Steam Deck, Steam Deck, Steam Deck. I've got one and I'm gonna talk about it. And I'm gonna ask the question, should you get one? Let's roll with the video.
So, what is a Steam Deck? Well, it's a portable console made by Valve, creators of the popular Steam store/application that has been the market leader in PC for some time. Valve have also made some games you may have heard of. So, who might this appeal to? Well, anyone who's looking for a handheld console. Its main competitor in the market is the very successful Nintendo Switch. The Steam Deck has some pros and cons compared to the Nintendo Switch. The first thing you'll notice about the Steam Deck is its size. It's noticeably bigger than the Switch, and the Switch itself was bigger than a lot of handheld consoles from the past. The deck has the trackpad and extra buttons, but the rest of the buttons are comparable to the Switch. There are a few other things I want to mention as well, like the Steam Deck has USB-C video out, which means you can connect it to a PC monitor or TV, or use a Switch-like docking station. There are 3 versions of the Steam Deck available. The main difference is the storage capacity, but that's not a big deal since you can just buy a microSD if you want more storage later on. I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty of the console specs, but it is more powerful than the Switch, being able to comfortably play many newly released PC games. But there are some interesting notes in regard to what games you can play on the Steam Deck. One of the biggest selling points is that your Steam Deck can play your Steam games. So if you already have some Steam games on Steam, it means you might already have a significant library available to you right off the bat. Even if you didn't have any games, Steam has its famous sales, and there are many storefronts available that sell Steam games. This means that games are generally cheaper on PC, and there's also a wide variety of options and games. Games and options. And options and games. But because Steam is technically a handheld PC, and not just a handheld gaming console, that means it has its own pros and cons. I'll get into the PC aspects later on, but all you need to know now is a Steam Deck is running SteamOS, which is based on a Linux operating system. But what that means for the games is that not every game on Steam is playable on the system. It might take some work to run, but may not run at all. There are 3 compatibility ratings on the deck. There's green, which means the game should work right out the gate, like you expect from any typical gaming handheld. There's yellow, which means the game will mostly work out of the box, but you might need to do some minor tweaks, or it might require you to do something like use the on-screen keyboard, or something like that. There's grey, which means the game is outright unsupported, or the game has just not been tested yet. The grey games can work, but will require a lot of work to possibly get them to work. So if you're not familiar with PC gaming, and come from a background say something like the Switch, where it's pretty simple, you know the game just works out of the box straight away. Even if you stick to say the green tick games, since this is still technically a PC platform, there still might require some minor adjustments here and there even then. But that wide range of games, that's not available on other handhelds. Also, the customization and flexibility is a big upside, and makes up for it, well at least in my opinion. But being on a PC platform does mean the Steam Deck is open to software outside of Steam itself, say games from other PC storefronts. But the thing I want to talk about in this section is emulation. Because of its power, the deck can easily emulate anything from GameCube era backwards. Some people even got PS3 games working on it, so pretty much every major handheld can be emulated on the Steam Deck. Yes, that does include the Switch. I haven't bothered myself since I already own a Switch and have most games I want for it. But the mad lads at Valve, in what I can only assume is an accident, advertised the Switch emulator on the Steam Deck. But back to the topic at hand. Emulation gives you a wide range of other games available on your Steam Deck. If you have any experience with emulation in the past, then this should be fairly simple. If you haven't, there are many step-by-step tutorial guides online available to you through the internet. But there is one big caveat to the Steam Deck, and that is its battery life. Your battery life will last you a decent amount of time if you're playing an older game or a not very demanding game. If you're playing one of the big AAA games, it's probably going to last you anywhere between 2 to 3 hours. So if what I said sounds like something you might be interested in, go for it. Currently it takes about 2 weeks to get one, compared to when it took me over a year to get mine.
Well, my glasses are off, that story's over, and also the video is over as well. So get a Steam Deck if you want one, I guess, I think. Until next time, do the things, like and subscribe.